Yes, sir. Four Quarters Podcast, man. We are back again. Got your boy D Hump with you, of course.
Man, your man Smitty, man, you already know what it is, man. What's popping?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So, Smiz, man, there's been a ton of basketball that has taken place over the last 5, 6 days. You had Flying to the Hoop. You had so many GWOC games. We got quite a few games to break down. But, man, why don't you start in the GWOC real quick, man? Let's go backwards a little bit because before we got the Flying to the Hoop, we had a lot of good games. I know it's a sensitive subject for you, man, but Wayne lost to Fairmont again. So
Uh,
yeah, why don't you dive into that game and let us know what happened.
yeah, man, bad week of basketball for the Warriors, man. 1-2, like you said, like you mentioned, lost to Fairmont, lost to Wyoming, and snuck one out versus Miamisburg. The Fairmont game, it was. I just gotta tip my hats off to Fairmont and your man Jay McGraw. Another another outstanding performance. 22 and I want to say 10.
Love
He
it.
just did whatever he wanted to do. He didn't shoot a jumper. He didn't shoot a hook shot. He shot all layups. Um, I mean, that's pretty much was the game for Fairmont. Just give it to McGraw, man. We didn't have an answer for him, and it just pissed me off because it's like everybody in the gym knew who the ball was going to for Northmont, when it was going. I mean, for Fairmont. I'm sorry, when it was going to him, and it was like what, what, like you know what I'm saying? It was just countless bucket after bucket. I mean, they was running. They kept. We was in man, and they kept running this pick and roll, and when he switched. He would go down to the paint and 9 times out of 10 he'll have a mismatch.
Mhm.
But it was just like he had 15 shots and everybody else on the team had 3 shots. I think it was after him, it was 9 points. I think it was like 9, 7, 5, 4, and 2.
You're
They had
actually
40 points. He had 22. The score was
so
40-39. So it's just like I mean, the first game he had 24 and 11, 24 and 12. So it's like you seen what they did the first game.
mm,
So it's like you know what's going to happen.
mm.
And it's like you still just let him do it again. And I didn't understand it. Me and you checked out Fairmont versus Tri Village, and Tri Village was just in the zone, and they had that big dude in the middle, and McGraw couldn't do nothing against him. Now, granted, Zoe ain't as big as him as far as size. He's not big. Dude has some weight on him.
Mm.
But Zoe, I mean, he's 6'7", 6'8", and I'm pretty sure with his hands up, he got to be at least close to 7 foot.
So
You know what I'm
hold
saying?
on real quick. Stop right there for just a second because you bring up a good point. Alfonso is 6'7", right? Jalen McGraw is, I would give him 6'4" on a good day, right? What do you think was the difference? Y'all have the size to compete. What what makes what makes Jaden so difficult to stop for Wayne?
I mean, this is just. I mean, at this point, you just got to call a spade a spade. It's the coaching. I mean, and granted, Zoe is not the most physical big guy. I mean, of course, you want him to play way more physical than what he plays. But I look at it from a basketball perspective. 6'7" and 6'8" is 6'7" and 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Now, it ain't like he can't grab a rebound and you just gonna be out there dunking on him or nothing like that. Now, granted, he could be way more physical than what he is. Don't get me wrong, but a body's a body.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like him just being out there just changes the game. Period. Because I mean, he's a body. He's a big body.
Mm.
Um, So he just this team got to 9-1, and it was like the coach was like, "This ain't it," and then just balled up the game plan and threw it away. Like the rotations ain't the same, the pace of the game ain't the same. We went from averaging almost 70 points a game to barely cracking 40.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Yeah.
it's hard to watch, man. The shit is hard to watch because it's like I don't understand. It's like the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, aren't you supposed to do the things that got you to where you at right now? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Like, you got to 9-1 playing this certain level of basketball, playing this certain rotations of players. Why just fuck it up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to blow teams out. Like you could be beating teams by 20 and 30 points. You keeping them around, letting them lose by 8 and 9 points. Like the
Mm-hmm.
shit is just so frustrating to watch. Watching them lose to Fairmont like that pissed me off because nobody else did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else on Fairmont did anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And it
like
was
they
a very
just
low
kept
scoring
giving
game.
it to this guy, and you're running man to man, and you don't have your biggest man out there,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a mismatch because it's kind of like it ain't a mismatch because he's only 6'3". Honestly, he's a 6'3" center in high
For sure.
school,
Right.
so it's kind of like how is this even happening? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
well, let me play devil's advocate just real quick here. You got Caden Post, which I want to say the game before this he either scored 30 or 33 points.
29.
He scored 29 points the night before. You get to a Fairmont, and now he has zero against Fairmont. Do you think? Because I know you mentioned coaching, and I've watched Wayne many times, so I can agree with that, right? But do you think it's also a factor, that Caden only scored zero, or maybe can you talk about what made him struggle? Because you lost by 1 point, 30-40, 39-40. And one of your best scorers, who just came off of a 29, almost 30-point night, doesn't get a bucket.
So granted, KP ain't gonna put the ball on the ground. We know that. Ever
Mm-hmm.
since that 29-point game, everybody been face guarding. So
Okay, so the scouting report.
now it goes to coaching.
Yeah.
Now how do we get our play? You know what I'm saying? How do we get this man these shots? Now, granted, it goes along with swinging the ball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just been playing, so it's hard to watch and it's hard to talk about because this ain't the same team that got to 9-1. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? When we first started basketball, the first few games, I just was raving about how unselfish this team was, and you know what I'm saying. And it's just now, it's just selfishness. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and granted, I I watched this. My son been there for 4 years, bro. I watched this 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I watched Wayne for 4 years, and I can honestly say that he coaches every team the same, and it's like that's impossible to do because you don't have the same players coming in every you don't have the same players every year. Now,
Mhm.
granted, you might have some transfers, you might have a player that, got better than, over the summer, but you don't have the same personnel. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's like, how are you coaching four different teams one way?
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It don't make no sense. like it doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
KP not having no points. Granted, some of it can go on him, but as a coach, you know your players' strengths. You play to your players' strengths. If
Mhm.
you know that KP ain't gonna take nobody off the dribble, and you know you got to get him open, you have to make sure that you get him open. You run plays to get him open. If the
Mhm.
players ain't setting the right picks to get him open, those players need to come out. The players
Mhm.
that know how to play, know the plays, know how to set stern screens, them the players that need to be playing
Mhm.
because there's no way you go from 29 to 0. I could see 5, 6, but from 29 to 0, it don't make sense and it looks bad. And you
Mhm.
can't just put that on the kid because you know your players. As a coach, you're supposed to know your players, all your players' strengths and all your players' weaknesses, and you're supposed to play to their strengths. Hey, I
Mhm.
got this player right here who not really that good on defense. So you hide him on defense, on the defensive side. You put him on one of the players that ain't gonna really do too much on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, you adjust. You supposed to know these things. Hey, this kid is excellent on defense. Like it's just this is shit you supposed to know as a coach. And like I'm watching it and it's like I don't think you know that.
Mhm.
And if you
Oh.
do, you don't give a fuck because I'm not blind, bro. And trust me, bro. I'm not saying when we get up here and talk about these coaches, bro. I'm not making it seem like these is easy jobs because I know coaching a team is hard,
Mhm.
but I know basketball. This shit ain't got nothing to do with coaching. This is just basketball. This is
Mhm.
just simple basketball. Like we don't play. We don't force our will on nobody. You don't play for coaches. Hey, we gonna go out here and we gonna play our game. We're gonna play our game. How many times have you heard that, bro? As a player, how many
Mhm.
times have you heard that saying, bro?
Right. I mean, it's very common.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, damn near you probably heard that shit in your sleep. You feel me?
Mhm.
And it's like there's no way that he could be telling them that they're gonna enforce their will, and if they do, that's not the right will. They're a short team. You got a 6'7", 6'8" guy that barely plays,
Mhm.
and after that you got KP about 6'4", 6'5". I mean six. I'll give him 6'5", 6'6". You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So at this point, you're a small team. You running half court basketball. So you got two guards under 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? You got Sean, he's 6'2", 6'3", and then you got KP and Zoe.
Mhm.
So you got this half court offense, and I mean it's not a half court team. They don't get a lot of buckets in half court because they're not a half court team. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You run a 1-3-1, a zone. Wyoming ran 1-3-1. We'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like their pace of basketball doesn't match their caliber of players. Like our we play the best basketball in transition. We play defense, create turnovers, and push it out and run. But
Mhm.
we don't do that. We don't pressure the ball. We don't press. By the time we press, I ain't gonna say the game is out of hand, but it's like, why wait now? Like,
Right.
why
Right.
don't we? It's like we jumped on Centerville, and it was like we jumped on Centerville. Like we talked about off camera, like that was probably the best game we had all year, bro. And I don't
Mhm.
know if it was what it was, but we, you know what I'm saying, and we damn near almost ain't blow them out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't, bro. I don't get it, bro. As a spectator, as somebody that loved basketball and played and studied basketball and watch a lot of basketball, I don't understand this style of coaching, bro. Like
Mhm.
I just don't, bro. Like I don't. You don't want to blow teams out. It ain't like you beating teams 50 by 50 every night, bro.
Mhm.
But it's like when you get a lead, it's like, oh no, 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 we can't go up that much. It's like I don't. It's just a lot of shit I just don't understand, bro. And like it started to look bad, but you can't really talk about it when you winning. So now
Right.
that you losing, it's like this shit you done start seeing slowly by surely coming out, and now it's just smacking you in the face. You know what I'm
Yeah, I was just
saying?
about to bring that up. I was just going to bring that up because I think the first time that I noticed it was against Northmont. And you and I talked about this, and pretty much just like you said, you really can't say much when you're winning, but those who are watching that see the bigger picture know and understand that okay, you guys won, you were better than the other team, but here in a minute that may not work. There are some loose ends that need to be tied up, that need to be tightened up. And if you don't, you'll start to see losses. And subsequently, after we have that conversation after that game, this is when you see the skid. And this is when you see those loose ends start to, be situations that if you don't fix it, you take L's. And now what? The last three games, what, 1-2?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it here in a second. They beat Miamisburg, but no disrespect to Miamisburg, but this just isn't a great year for Miamisburg basketball, right? They're very much so at the bottom of the GWOC standings right now between them and I want to say Beaver Creek. So, you beat a team that you have superior talent to, but again, you play a Wyoming, you play a Fairmont who isn't overwhelmingly talented, but they got the best player in all of GWOC on
And
any
you
given
know
night.
that he already done cooked you one game. You
Right.
watched it. You let him
Right.
do the same thing 2 games in a row versus you. And like they was popping shit. And rightfully so. What do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, bro. This generation is so soft. You ain't supposed to like, bro. I ain't with all that shit, bro.
Mm,
If you don't want me talking shit, beat me. Shut me up.
mm,
That's the only way.
mm,
You feel me? And you know me. You feel me? Like you know how I get. So like, bro, beat me. That's
mm,
the only way.
mm.
If not, I got the right to do and say whatever I want to do. Now, how you react, that's on you. But it is what it is. Check the scoreboard. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I gotta tip my hat to Fairmont and I gotta tip my hat to McGraw because y'all did what y'all supposed to do. If they let y'all do that, y'all gotta take it.
Right. I think that's pretty
He
because
went 8
honestly,
for 15, bro, and all he did was shoot layups, bro. 15 layups. Can you imagine a dude getting the ball with the best position and just laying it up? That's all he did. All I watched it all night, bro.
right. That's what makes him so interesting though.
And it's so frustrating because it's like he's 6'3" and he
Yeah.
he has his back to the basket all night.
Right. But
Like,
he's got a
damn.
game. This is why I say because obviously we can move on to Northmont versus Centerville, but just one second. That's why when I talked about Jaden a couple weeks back, he reminds me so much of like a Tim Duncan type player where it's like, okay, yeah, he could shoot the three if he wanted to. He could take long range shots if he wanted to, but he's so dedicated to the smart shot. He wants to get to the paint. He wants to get to the Baja. He does. I've seen him shoot threes. I've seen his
That's
touch at the free throw line.
he
He's a
ain't taking
player
out a jump shot, bro.
because he don't want to. He is so dedicated to getting there and getting mean and getting a bucket. And when you think back on Tri Village, Tri Village just had not only did they have the personnel, but you could tell Tri Village has great coaching because they saw the scouting report.
No,
If
for
you
sure.
every time Jaden touched the ball, it was a violent collapse.
For sure.
And then you got the 300-pound big man bumping him,
Right.
pushing him all
He can't
crazy.
even move him.
He can't move. He's
Yeah.
disrupted. And then you got two
Right.
or two players, immediate crash. So again, when you go back to playing the team that you already played, you basically describing right now is a rerun. You saying game one against Fairmont, you had 22 and 12, 24 and 12. Game two against Fairmont, he has 22 and 12. another close win. And it's like, well, we didn't really adjust. We're beyond the scouting report at this point. We already played these guys. I know exactly what you bring to the table. And for somebody that scored 40 points and had 22 of the 40, there's 10, 11 other players that probably hit the floor for Fairmont, and they scored a combined 18 points. So this is how much productivity is coming from one player. And what makes you kind of just frustrated is, well, how could we let that one player do that to us again? And if that one player does do that, why can't we score more than 40 points when we are a 70-point scoring team? So, anywho, we'll look at we got a couple more time to talk about Wayne. They had a couple more games that came up. We'll move on to the Centerville Northmont game. Now, Northmont just lost to Wayne, which was the game that we talked about a little bit ago, which basically Wayne probably should have won by 30, right? A win is a win. But again, once you start digging into the details, you kind of see why Wayne's been losing lately. But they end up beating Northmont, and then Centerville plays Northmont, and then they beat them. We talked about this a million times. Centerville's got a very rough schedule. I think they went out to the Flyin to the hoop and got beat down by a really good team. They lost to another squad from Indiana that was really good. But it's safe to say, outside of maybe Wayne and the GWOC, they're probably going to handle the rest of the GWOC teams this year. Granted, they play at Kettering. Again, you got that center over there. You said what?
They play Fairmont this Thursday.
They play Fairmont this Thursday. And again, you got Jaden McGraw, again, arguably best player in the GWOC. He could be problematic. But I got Centerville beating Fairmont for the second time, or for in the second game. And honestly, that's not a personnel thing per se, even though I do think person to person Centerville has a better team. But you got to take it back to what you've been talking about this whole time, which is the coach.
Yeah, Cups is not about to let him do that.
He's not about to. Even if Jaden does have a great game, they're going to have a better game. They're going to get that dub. He's not going to do that again. It's just not going to happen. And like I said a couple weeks ago, Centerville's down a big man, but they still have enough. It's not going to go down. In this last game, they got a cat, Spencer Maxwell. He had 15. The Ty Roar cat, he's the number 20, I believe, we've been talking about since St. Iggy. He had 16. He's starting to turn it on. And then you got Miles Houston. I think he's the guard that he's got a nice game. I just, again, my whole thing with Centerville is just aggressive basketball. I think that's the only thing that they're missing. Then the Sam brothers have 8 and 7, which is very much so under the average for Trey Sam, who I don't know the last couple games. I need to check his numbers, but may not be putting up the numbers that he was putting up at the beginning of the season. I'm not sure what's happening there. But obviously Centerville wins again, 57-51 to go past Northmont. Northmont kind of did what they had to do. I nothing against these guys, but they don't have any shooters. They've got some talent, but I don't know if they've got the right talent in the right spaces to really compete with the Wayne or Centerville at this point. So I think they're going to continue to struggle. So let's talk about Wayne versus Miamisburg. You were at that game, obviously. Miamisburg, arguably bottom of the GWOC. You guys win, but you say they win. They won the game ugly.
Yeah, it was an ugly win. Shivers didn't play that game. He had a bad cut over his eye. He actually toughed it out and played against Fairmont. It happened that before that game, but he ended up getting stitched up, so he had to sit out that Miamisburg game. Again, man, it was just bad ball movement, man. Pace of the game. That was another low scoring game. Free throws ended up saving us. Zay stepped up big for us. I think he led with 20.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I said, man. It's just a collective of a lot of things, man. It's just a collective of a lot of things, bruh. And it just starts with just coaching, bruh. It starts with coaching, and it just trickles down to players. And I mean, yeah, man, you got. It's just a lot of. it's just a lot of shit going on. It's just hard to watch, man. It's just hard to watch because it's just I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand how a team could just go looking so good, playing so good to looking bad. It's just like what happened, and it's like I said, it just starts from the top, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different play of basketball. It's just different rotations, different players playing. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a collective of a lot of shit, man, and it's tough. It's tough. Like I said, every year they've had a different team out there, and they've all been coached the same way, and that just don't make sense to me. That just don't make sense to me. Unless you got a group of freshmen that all play varsity from their freshman year to their senior year, I kind of figure that's probably like the only way some shit like that could happen. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, there's no way you could have four different teams with four different personnel players and you could all coach them the same way, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
And it's like, you know,
mm,
he got his favorites and shit. His favorites, they can do whatever they want, and there's no consequences for it. And then everybody else, shit, on a short leash.
mm,
You feel me? And shit, if the player that's fucking up, you ain't saying shit to him. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? If there ain't no consequences for nobody, I mean, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I've played on teams to where I done watched the best player sit for a whole quarter for
mm,
something he did. You know what I'm saying? I done seen all five starters get pulled out the game 3-4 minutes for not playing. Like
right.
it's just there's no message being sent. You know what I'm saying? Year after year, I know who the favorites is. It's obvious who the favorite guys are because you can tell because they do whatever the fuck they want out there on the court.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Even to a certain extent. Granted, I ain't no fool. I'm pretty sure if I was a coach, I have my favorites too, but they wouldn't be exempt. You feel me? If you
right.
fucking up, you coming up out the game. There's gonna be consequences to your action. If you ain't playing how I need you to be playing, you coming out the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, bruh. It's just that shit frustrating to watch, bruh, because like this team, and granted, it ain't like the season is over with, but it's like this shit ain't gonna change. He's still gonna coach the way he's gonna want to coach, the way he coaches. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit. What can you expect? You want the best, but shit, it ain't rising.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Our stock ain't rising. You know what I'm saying? It ain't looking like we getting any better. It's looking like we getting worse. And I know we better than better than this shit that's been going out there on the court.
Right. So after this game, you get the point guard back. We're now flying to the hoop, and then we play Wyoming, who we know is on the tougher side. Did you see a change in the Wyoming game? Was it the same style of basketball? Could you break down maybe a little bit of the Wyoming Wayne game at
The
flying to the hoop?
Wyoming Wayne and this is no knock versus Wyoming, but they was a two-trick pony. Both of the guards had 20 a pop. Um, Shifty guards. One of them could shoot the hell out the ball. 22. I don't know his name. The other one, I think they said he going to Ashland. He led with 24 or
Mm,
22, I want to say.
mm,
They had a big dude, but I mean, I think his stats was 9-8 or 9-9.
mm,
But again, Zoe ain't in there. And granted, dude has some size on him and was a little bit physical, but it's a body. That's how I look at it. Like, let him foul out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you playing small ball. They ended up playing 1-3-1. I want to say the big dude was at the top. Again, pace of the game. rotations. Like again, it's just like I don't understand the rotations now. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the shit that they done to get to 9-1 is like over with. It's like I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's exactly how I look and that's how I feel. It's like he said, fuck this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't good. We ain't doing it right. And just flip the script. And this is like there was a point in time I think we ended up was in within like 4 or 6. And no knock on Wyoming, but like they wasn't just outright better than us. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely could have won that game. You know what I'm saying? But the flow of the game, we in that half court offense, like we ain't a half court team. I mean, it's just you've watched us. We're not a half court team, bruh. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We're not a half court team, bruh. And it's
Right.
no knock. It is what it is. Know your personnel. It's just confusing to me because it's like I don't think you know your personnel as a coach because this ain't the style of ball y'all need to play. Y'all not a half court team. Y'all don't have the size.
So wait a minute. What got you guys? What got Wayne to 9-1? And if you could just break it down shortly,
Bro,
what you
okay,
do?
so the pace of the game was one. You know what I'm saying? We was getting it out and running, and we was playing so unselfish. We went from averaging at one point we was averaging almost 20 assists a game. We average single digits assists now. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't run. We don't press. Like a lot of it was like pressing, turning defense into offense. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just all slow ball. It's just slow break ball. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that don't work. That's the guys you got out there on that court and on that team is not a slow break team. That you got to put them out there in the open court and let them do their thing. Now, granted, if it calls for it, run half court, but why are you letting teams that's 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'8" across the board set up in 1-3-1 defense?
Right. Right.
Two,
That's a
three
that,
defenses. You know what I'm saying? 1-2 T defenses. Like, why are you letting them set up in this? You
right.
already undersized. So now they in zone and all they doing is got their hands spread and you don't see nothing. Springboro, all we was doing was turning the ball over. Bro, they 6'2", 6'3". Like, they was big as hell. Pause. And
Mm.
they in a 1-3-1. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't I don't get it, bro. I ain't I've never sometimes it'd be like, am I tripping? Do I not know basketball? Cause
Mhm.
like it don't make no sense, bro. It's like know your personnel, bro. Know your personnel. Know your personnel. Know your players' strengths. Know your players' weaknesses. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If a player's out on that court, you ask a player to do something and they don't do it when they out there, they don't need to be in the game. You're the coach.
Right. Well, I think
Nobody's parent should be able to influence you to do something you don't want to do.
mm,
Somebody's mom, somebody's dad. At the end of the day, you're the coach. You're the head coach, and you got these assistants. Y'all all should be a team. Now, if you
right.
just running it as a dictatorship, there ain't no point in you having no assistants.
Right.
And I wouldn't be no assistant to somebody that don't listen to me. I mean, it'd be pointless. I'm wasting my damn time.
Right. 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 Well,
So it's kind of like,
hmm I think you're pointing out a couple things. I think the first layer that you point out is Wayne is starting to get away from the system that got him there. The system that got him there is moving the ball, running, playing tough defense, whether you're full court, whether you're trapping, you're using your speed and your aggressiveness. And on the half court side, if they're setting up in half court, the ball is moving around. You got shivers getting to the rim. You got shooters on the outside. You got multiple shooters. There's at least three people in that starting lineup that can hit a three. If you leave them open, it's bad news. So it sounds like number one, the system you've gotten completely away from the system and it got you to 9-1. And then after you get away from the system, you're not really managing the X's and O's of the game the right way. If a player's turn the ball over having a bad night, maybe we swap him out. If we're not seeing the effort, maybe we swap that person out. We keep the lineups fresh of the ones that are being productive. And again, the games that I've watched the system fall apart. You're no longer the Wayne that got you 9-1. And also, I'm now seeing some struggles in the X's and O's. If personnel's not producing, then they can't play. Maybe move them around. You got an 8 to 9 man roster you can use. So it is starting to give me kind of glimpses of last year that I don't think is going to cut it. You know, a 9-1 team was 9-1 for a reason. The personnel is there. All the ingredients of that team are there. But if you're not going to cultivate and maintain that level of excellence and maintain that system, that culture, then, you know, it'll fall apart every single time. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Who do you guys have this week?
Tomorrow we got Chaminade.
Okay.
Friday we got Beaver Creek, and then Saturday we got Withrow. And granted, I hate to like do this, but it should be an easy 3-0 week, but ain't no way, ain't no
Right.
telling. But like going back to what Render said when he was on here, and I'm a say culture. It's like me personally, and like I said, I've only been there for 4 years, and it's kind of like, what is Wayne's culture? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the culture there? You could look at a Trotwood, you see what's going on. You could look at a Dunbar, like, you know what I'm saying? You could look at Lakota West. You could look
Argue.
like
Yeah.
at these programs. You could
Well,
look your
yeah.
Centervilles, like you could look at these programs and understand and you know what I'm saying, it shit'll make sense. When I look at Wayne, it's kind of like shit.
Well, you're talking
You
about
are who
elite
you
coach.
are when you come in, when you go out. Whatever you do in between is shit. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
ain't no system for real. It's like shit. You gonna have a man, and then whoever he lets support. You know what I'm saying? The supporting
Right.
system. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, that's the tough one because all those teams you just named have excellent cultures and excellent staff.
so
You
it's
know,
like,
that's the
so,
difference, in my opinion.
so yeah, man. I don't. Like I said, man. I hope, man. I hope we could turn this shit around, bro. But it start with the coach, bro. Like, and
Right.
that's just you know what I'm saying. That's just the bottom line. And granted, man, I know they got good coaches on the staff, but shit, if they ain't getting utilized like they supposed to, it don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We'll have to see, man. You guys got 3 more games coming up. We'll see how it all plays out. Hopefully, they can turn around. It's really an easy fix. Just get back to doing what you were doing, and everything should work itself out.
Easier said than done, my
No
brother.
doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Let's talk about Springfield, man. Springfield was on our hot seat for about 4 weeks in a row. And to the outside looking in, if you were to watch this podcast, you might think that, we were picking on Springfield a little bit. But they had, I want to say, a 4-game skid, some
Ah,
frustrating losses, 5-game skids, some frustrating losses to teams that we know they shouldn't have lost to. We saw them in action in the beginning of the year, which I think the game against Centerville was peak Springfield, where you've got EJ Wright scored, 22, 23 points, had a great game. Sherrod Lay was out there balling. Cunningham came out late. You saw the nucleus of Springfield, and it's a dangerous squad. So then they lose that game and they never really quite get it back. And then they just take a serious dive, 5-game losing streak, and they just finally won this past week. So first and foremost, shout out to Springfield trying to get back on the hump.
yeah,
I'm a
stop the
little
bleeding, man.
stop the bleeding, but Smith, I want to say this: I'm still very very concerned about Springfield. If it's true that the point guard Sherrod Lay is no longer playing for Springfield, for the people that maybe watch that have not laid eyes on Sherrod Lay, you're talking about probably the most dynamic guard in all of the GWOC by far. I don't think there's anybody close to his overall ability and talent as a just a dynamic guard. You got Chivers, who's a traditional point guard, but Sherrod is like an Allen Iverson. It's
No, for
different.
sure.
So is it true that this guy is no longer playing? If so, what does this mean for Springfield for the rest of the season?
Um. Uh. Yeah. It's true. I mean, to piggyback what you said, like it definitely looked like we was kicking Springfield back in. But you just heard what we did to Wayne, so it's like, hey, bro, we can't be, you can't be biased, man. You feel me? Like this is like this was one of the reasons we started this because we ain't want to sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to give y'all this shit raw, uncut from two people that's knowledgeable and really ain't going to sugarcoat nothing.
Mm,
But without Sherrod, man, unless they, some chemistry form, I pretty much feel like it's a wrap for the field, man. Hate to say it. But I mean that's 20 points a night. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And
right.
granted, you got somebody that's able to make up for it with Charles, but that's like, and this is no knock to nobody else, but that's damn near a guaranteed 20 a night. Like, hey, we got 20 tonight for sure. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. Like you said, they beat a Marysville team that they was supposed to beat, and I mean now they, like you said, it's on the back end of the G walk schedule now. So it's time to come through them doors another time. So we'll see. We'll see. They
it's
sitting
unfortunate.
down at the bottom. So
It's just unfortunate. I know EJ is going to get EJ's average is going to go up. You're
no,
going
for
to hear
sure. For
you're going to
sure.
hear it here first. There's no doubt in my mind that for the second half of the season, EJ turns into a 20 point a night scorer because he has just as much capability as a Jaden McGraw, in my opinion. I would give Jaden McGraw a little bit more polish on his overall bag, but pure talent, length, explosion, can shoot the jumper. EJ could easily average 22 points a game.
And he
Period.
could get an easy 10 just off the boards
Off the
alone.
board, man. He's
Yeah.
he's got it all. I'm waiting on him to have an explosive year, and I'm hoping that Springfield rallies back. Something that we didn't talk about because we can move on. We don't got to keep glazing the young Jaden McGraw, but he had 37 against Springboro and 14 rebounds. He was
Damn.
he was 16 from 18 from field goals, two threes, shot 3 for 7 from the free throw line. If he makes three more free throws, he scores 40. I mean, 16 for 18 from the field, man.
All right,
Smitty, man.
layups too. I'm telling you, like, bro, I
Oh
ain't
my
gonna lie,
God.
man. When I seen that he didn't take a jumper versus us, man, there was a point in the game, bro, where I don't know if it was a timeout, and boys stared me down from one end of the court all the way to they huddle, like eye to eye, and I was just like, I really couldn't do nothing but respect him because it's like, shit, I'm here, nigga. Like, what's up? I hear
Right.
you over there chatting. I'm taking
Yeah.
it to these niggas. What? Like, I respect it because that's the shit I used to be
Yo,
on when
sit
I was
down.
out there. You feel me? So it's like, I wasn't
Yo.
even mad. It was like, you earned that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You earned
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like, bro, I'm a competitor. So it's like,
Yeah.
that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when I seen that, when I played, that shit used to turn me up, like, oh, okay, like, you
Yeah.
feel me? So it's like, I get where he at, you know what I'm saying? I ain't see that man trying, but you know what I'm saying, that's a different story. But
Man,
respected Jaden, man. Like you said, man, that young man, I wish him nothing but the best, man. Like, just keep that dog in you, bro. Just keep that dog in you, bro.
he got it.
No,
he
for
got
sure.
it. He
For
got it
sure.
right now.
For sure.
All right, man. Um, let's talk about overall the oh
Oh
no, let's talk
no,
about
we
the
gonna
girls.
get into something
Yeah,
different, man.
yeah. Shout out to the ladies.
Finally, now y'all been asking for this, and no disrespect, but I finally ran into a nice young lady basketball game,
Yeah.
and team. But man, I got the pleasure of seeing Chaminade Julian girls versus Carroll girls. I've been seeing and hearing a lot about this Chaminade Julian team. They got one of the best freshmen in the nation. I didn't even know this before I went. It was, but man, these young ladies, man. First of all, this was a good game. Carroll, that was a tough team as well. I think what it was a 5 point win. I think Chaminade won by like 4 or 5 points.
Hmm.
But man, these young ladies at Chaminade Julienne, man, they something to watch, man. They something to watch. I'm definitely I'm looking up the roster right now because I want to get these names as right as I can.
Yeah,
Um,
you got
but
Sarah Ox, Sarah Oaks, OCHS.
for who? Carol?
I think these are CJ players.
Okay, so
Probably Stefanik. No, she plays for Carroll. She's tough too.
number 23. What's number 23's name for Carol?
I don't have the roster. It's
Oh, okay,
I'm just
okay.
looking at the AI. I don't have a
Okay, so
let me see.
the players that stood out for me for Chaminade Julian. Sorry if I butcher these
Number
names. I'm
one,
just try the best as I can. Jakaya Cook,
she's the
freshman.
freshman.
Uh,
She's the top freshman in the
Cooker,
state.
definitely on that Cooker list. This young lady, man, she got a high motor, bro. I'm talking about she could do everything. She on the glass. She could take it coast to coast. She could shoot, blocks. Like she the total package. She's tough. She's tough. My I don't know if it's Michaela or Michael Hansen.
Yeah, number 4.
Um,
That's, she's also a
freshman.
freshman.
Now look, I don't know if she's a point guard, but I think she a combo guard because she could put the ball on the floor and she could shoot it. Hellified defensive player. Like I know Cook probably gonna get a lot of the hype, but this young lady can go, bruh. She could go with the best of them, bruh.
Right.
I definitely was impressed with her game. Um, number 20, Janae Kane. Um, point guard, solid, bruh. Solid point guard, and she could shoot. These ladies, man, I'm gonna be all the way real, bruh. They damn near look better than a lot of these high school teams we done seen, bro. Like, I'm probably gonna go see them a few more times. I know they play Wayne here soon, Wayne girls. I'm gonna go see that game. But like, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I ain't really big into women's basketball. Like, it's just hard to watch for me sometimes. But I can watch these girls play all
But
day
see,
long, bro.
I can't let you off the hook, man. You say that, but you done been to about 5 girls games this season by
But
yourself.
it
You
wasn't
like
like
it.
this. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like the
right.
level of play wasn't like this. Like
Yeah.
they was both blowouts. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Mhm.
like one team just being way better than the other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the team that won was like supposed to win. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
So this one was two evenly matched teams. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Carol. I know I don't know her name, but number 23 for Carol had game. This was a good Carol was a good team too. A solid basketball team. But these girls for Chaminade, man, this was like watching damn near like boys play, bro. This was damn near like watching a boys team out there the way they was out there hooping. I want to give shout out to a few other players. I want to say number 30, Samantha Dordston. She
Mm.
was a big. She played. she if I'm right, or it might have been number 23, Walker Lowe. I think it might have been 23 Walker Lowe. She was a big and just big presence. They got three freshmen because she's a freshman as well. These girls
So,
might be holding up a state trophy, bro.
oh, hold on. I got a couple things for you. Number 24 for Carol. Did you say number 24?
23, 23.
23. Her name is Mara Petrovich.
Cooker.
She's a guard, right? Shooting guard, point guard.
She could shoot it, and she definitely get to her spots. I mean, they run a flex offense, bruh, but she got the green light. You know what I'm saying? She hit some big shots. This was really a good game. Cook and Hanson made a few stops and had a few buckets. I want to say Hanson hit some big free throws. I think Kane hit some big free throws too, down the stretch to seal the game. But yeah, I was real excited to see them and real excited to talk about them. I think they had a nice little banger yesterday in Columbus, I want to say, or over
Mhm.
the weekend in a classic that they ended up winning. And I think Cook performed well from the highlights that I seen, and they actually won. So keep an eye out on the Chaminade Julian girls team and Cook. Honestly, I feel like she probably could be a McDonald's All American if she keeps this up. And her running mate Hanson, don't sleep on Hanson, bro. I'm telling you. Now, granted, this is a good team. They have a lot of good players, and definitely Cook is going to get a lot of the talk. But this Hanson girl, she can go, bro.
Don't
She can
sleep on
go, bro.
Hanson.
She
Okay, so
can go.
hold on. Let me ask you this because you saw other girls' teams this year. You saw Fairmont, who's
I
got
seen
no sort of talent.
Springfield and I spring Northmont. So Fairmont had Thornton, who's going to Akron, and they got the sophomore. I'm not sure her name. Um, I mean, there no disrespect, but there wasn't nothing to talk about because they was up 30 by it was still 3 or 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Like so, and I left. So like there really wasn't nothing to talk about when I came, you know what I'm saying, when it was time to shoot the pod, because you know what I'm saying, wasn't nothing to see. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The players that was supposed to do what they was supposed to do, they did it. I mean, they jumped on Springfield, they pressed the shit out of them, and it was over.
You're
And then
talking
I seen
about
Springfield play Northmont and
Hargrave.
yeah, Hardgrove. Oh, she's big time. Now that's another probably McDonald's All American as well.
Yeah,
So between granted, I need to see Chaminade and Fairmont play before these two young ladies graduate for sure.
yeah,
Cook, Hanson, and Hargrove. Before they graduate, I gotta see them. I gotta see them play each other.
yeah. So according to ESPN, Janiah Hargrave has a scout score of 93 and is a four-star player as a sophomore.
What's her rank?
I don't think she has
You
any
know? Okay,
rankings just
okay.
yet. Yeah, nothing just yet. They've got she'll probably get the rankings next year. She's only a sophomore,
Right.
but they have her already listed. She's already, in the media mix. And we knew she was special just from what she did
Yeah.
her freshman year.
Uh-huh.
So she's tough, man. And
Hookers, man.
offers from Kentucky, Cincinnati, Pitt, Arizona State, Florida State. I want to say Michigan was on there at one point. Um,
Oh, she can go anywhere she want.
she's special young guard. Um, got you, man. So definitely got to shout these young ladies out on the this week, man. Give them some love, not just the video shout out, but make sure we highlight a couple of the players, man. The men have
Oh,
had a
for
good
sure.
run, but these ladies are beyond worthy. So we gotta
No,
we
for
gotta
sure.
show them
Definitely,
love.
man. Definitely. I was definitely impressed and I'm excited to see the future. I'm gonna definitely keep tabs on this Chaminade Julienne team for sure.
Nah,
And Hargrove in the upcoming future as well too.
got you. Northridge versus Lehman Catholic. What was that about?
um, so Friday was kind of like a free night for me because we played Thursday and we played Saturday. So, um, I posted on our page, hey man, give us some good games worthy to check out. And one of my guys told me Layman Catholic versus Northridge for the number one spot in their conference. I want to say Three Rivers Conference.
Mm.
Uh, Shellacking, man. A pure belt to ass, man. Keontae had 32. I mean, what we said we wanted out of him, we seen that. I seen that times 10. Um, I
That's a lot for him
honestly,
because
I honestly
he's
don't see nothing. I don't. They had a tough game today,
yeah,
but that's probably when we probably gonna see them worthy of a team that's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? Probably tournament time. As far as they conference, ain't nobody gonna see them in that conference.
right. Well, I want to say something real quick because for Keontae to score 32 points, he went crazy because Keontae's very much let the game come to him. He's not really
And it
trying.
was still like that. It
He's
was
not a
still like
gunner.
that. Yeah, it was still
Yeah,
like that. It's just a lot of open shots.
yeah.
It's crazy because he missed a lot of threes. But yeah, it wasn't forced. It was an easy peasy 32, man. It was in the flow of the game. It wasn't out of the ordinary. It was just, they just took it to him, bro. They took it to them.
I'll be
Um,
honest, man. The world better be very thankful that Keontae doesn't have a three ball yet.
man, listen. The next 2 years is gonna be scary.
Scary.
Next 2 years is gonna be scary. That young man's ceiling is through the roof. He might grow a few more inches. I
Man,
know he gonna develop a jump shot and a handle, and that's what's gonna be scary.
right. It's over.
Because right now he just going off downhill and overpowering. Once he get that finesse in his game,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wait
I'm
till he
not
plays
saying
Bryce
like he
this
don't
year.
got no finesse. I'm
Oh,
basically
he does.
saying
He
he
does.
get that handle, he get that jumper, and he able to hit you with that hezzy
Listen,
fade one. You know what I'm saying? He get that.
listen. The amount of basketball he's going to play over this summer, the amount of competition that he's going to see over the summer. Because remember, he plays USA ball, so he's going to go and see. Listen, when he comes back his junior year, hey man, listen, it might be a wrap for whoever you think the man is. It might be over with. I'm just gonna put it to you like that.
No, he definitely. It's scary. His trajectory is scary, man.
For sure. Let's talk about the flying to the hoop coverage. Man, there was a ton of good
So
games. You go ahead, good brother. Go ahead.
I don't, man. I only ended up going Saturday. Um, I don't know, man. It didn't feel the same as it used to, prior years. I don't know if it was because of the players, but there was a few good games, man. Again, we ended up losing to Wyoming. I got to put my eyes on Lima Senior for the first time this year in action.
Okay.
They played a Brunswick team, and that was a good game. I don't know how much Lima Senior won, but it wasn't a
Yeah.
blowout. Brunswick had a player. I don't know what school he's going to, but I know he's going to college somewhere. Solid guard, maybe about 6'3", 6'4". Um, but Lima Senior, everything is advertised, man. First play of the game, Foster, oop, dunk. Uh,
Mm.
first
Which
play of the
one?
game, Willie.
Okay. Yeah.
They got the tip. It had to be a play they just run. You know what I'm saying? It was just so fluent. Sean throw Willie to oop.
They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, Samson the guard, he played well. The big guy, the fresh sophomore big, he played well. Lima Senior looked good, man. As far as they division, I don't I don't really see, too many teams beating them, if any. What are they? D
D
two,
two,
D3, D2.
D two.
So it probably until they get deep into the playoffs to where they'll probably see some competition, but they're just as good as advertised, man. They're just as good as advertised. I'm
Yeah.
definitely excited to see what they do later on in the
Some
season.
people think that Lima Senior, regardless of division, is right behind Lakota West as the second best team in the entire state.
Well, I haven't seen, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about Newark. I'm hearing they're number one in the state.
Mm.
They pounced on Reynoldsburg, I think last week. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I've been hearing about Newark, bro. I've been hearing about Newark. I don't. We scrimmaged them. It's crazy because we scrimmaged them at Newark, and if I'm not mistaken, that was without the football guys. And I don't want to say if they did. I don't think they really beat us. That you know what I'm saying. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was by double digits. So
Mhm. Mhm.
to see that they supposedly number one in the state is crazy because I didn't see that coming. So
Well,
um
we need to pull up on Newark. You've been talking about Newark. You've been sharing their content. We obviously need to go and see Newark. But I just want to say some things that's just throwing me right now. Reynoldsburg played Lakota earlier in the year, and it came down to a 2 point game.
yep, they lost by two. Yeah.
Southeastern Prep beat Reynoldsburg 92-53. So this is what I want. This is crazy to me, and I'm not shocked. But we are in this vacuum that is Ohio, right? Me and you are only focused on Ohio sports. We keep our fingers to the pulse of players everywhere, right? We've been doing that for years. But our focus, the podcast in general, we are always focused on the players and the teams here. And we look at Reynoldsburg as a team that can make another run. They lost to the so-called best team in the state by two. And then to go to the flying to the hoop and lose 92-53 by Southeastern Prep in Florida, you got to go home that night and really get to thinking like, damn, I thought I was a hooper.
And they weren't even supposed to play them. They was supposed to play Spire.
I don't know.
Spire didn't travel because of the weather.
Right,
But
right.
then it got me to thinking, like, from what I heard about Spire and what I've been seeing, would it have been any
It would have been a
different?
difference. I don't
You
know.
know what I'm
I
saying?
hear
So it's
Flyers
like
like head over heels, like the
they
best.
got probably about 5, 6 dudes that's going D1 right now.
Right. And let's not take anything away from Reynoldsburg, man. Reynoldsburg gets Reynoldsburg and East Columbus talent. They may get some kids from other parts of Columbus, but that is very much so a homegrown team. Hard to compare to Aspire or, this other team is Southeastern Prep. So can you imagine the amount of talent that is going through these teams here? Another game that stood out to me what shocked me, you and I, we watched St. Iggy the other day, St. Ignatius, and we were very impressed. They lost, or they won against Centerville by, I want to say, 2 or 4, but they probably could. This is no disrespect to Centerville, but they probably could have beat Centerville by 15 plus, in my opinion. And then they play Wasatch Academy, and they get beat by 30. And it's like,
Bro, that team was big as hell, bro. But it wasn't out of hand before I left. I think I left at like half at that game, but it wasn't out of hand. That team that beat Reynoldsburg, that has I want to say Jason Richardson's son plays on that team.
okay,
and the black dude from Orlando's little brother play on that team as well. The
Mm.
one that just dunked on 4 dudes the other night.
Yeah, that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, his little brother played for that squad. But yeah, I don't. That team Saint Ignatius played. They was big as hell. A lot of them out of town teams, bruh, they was big as hell. I know that team had a 7-footer that Saint Ignatius played.
Yeah, man. But see, okay. But see what's weird, man, is that same Southeastern prep team looks like they beat, oh no, they beat Christ School in North Carolina. So, you know what? Never mind. I was going to say something else. Disregard that. Christ, or it looks like Southeastern Prep didn't lose a game. They looked like they were the real deal. And then this couple teams from Utah look great. Talk about what you know about La Lemire from Indiana. Indiana be tough, man. Football and basketball.
I know they ranked nationally, but from what I seen, that was the game of the night. They ended up beating Lakota West by a buzzer beater. And from just what I've been seeing online, that was the Josh Tyson show. They said that he put on his suit and performed when the lights came on last night. Um, I think he had 28. His partner in crime had 24.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so these guys was cooking and they lost by a buzzer beater. So um, from the sounds of it, I think they lost. They won tonight. They played tonight. Got back on the winning side of things, or yesterday, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But Lakota West sounds like it's just as good as advertised, man.
They are.
It sounds like the only people that could beat them is them.
No, they are
Um,
really, 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 really good. And I've talked to you about this a couple times. You know, one of the best things about Lakota, you know, they got the rare combination of personnel and excellent, excellent coaching. I mean, like the coaching is about as good as it's going to get. I mean, you're talking Drew Joyce, St. Vincent, St. Mary's level, just precision and just the way that he makes talent work. Um, I don't want to talk about coaching too much. I want to ask you a very straight question, and I wish that our guy Render was here as well, because I want to know who's truly better between Josh Tyson and Curry.
see, I don't know a lot about Curry to answer that. I've seen Josh play a few times.
Right, Curry. Mm-hmm.
Um, High motor guy. I'm not sure about his jump shot. I'm not sure like it, you know what I'm saying, if he could shoot well or if he can't.
Who?
I know he has a high motor though. I know
You
that
talking about
when
Tyson?
that ball, yeah, when that
Yeah.
ball rolls out on that bat on that court, he gonna go 1,000%. It's kind of like he kind of give me flashes of Westbrook in a sense. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm not sure because I heard Curry could go too. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I
you know
haven't
how I
seen
feel.
Lakota West play. I think I ended up sleep when they was playing yesterday, and I'm salty because that was one of the games I wanted to see. I also wanted to see Alter play. I think either they won. I think they might have won or lost a close one.
Ultra lost by 3 to Upper
Yeah,
Arlington.
I'm about to say. So yeah, I
I really
wanted
like Ultra.
that was 2 games. I'm sorry I didn't get to check out because I definitely
Yeah,
wanted
I
to check
really
out both
wish
of
you
them
could have
teams.
saw Ultra because I really was impressed with them against Stroud. Well, both of those teams are impressive to me. Um, Taking it back to the Curry versus Tyson, and I think I'm going to poll this question on 4 quarters because I just want to hear what the other people who watch the players in the state, what they have to say. But I don't know who's better. You know, that's the thing about high school basketball, or maybe basketball in general. You watch one game one night, you can formulate an opinion. You watch another game another night, you may have a different opinion. You ask me who the best player between these two are, or who the best player between these guys are when they play Lima Senior, I say Curry, no doubt. He's bigger. He's the younger of the two, right? I think Curry's a sophomore. The upside is there. Curry has it
No,
all.
I think Curry a junior.
Okay, because I know Tyson is definitely
Tyson
a
a
junior.
sophomore.
Now Tyson's class of 2027.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Looking at it right now. And then Bryce Curry is also class of 2027. So they're the same
Oh,
age.
okay.
They're both juniors. But you got Tyson as a certified 4-star across the board, where Curry is a 3-star, depending on who you ask. He's a 4-star. So again, that's why I need to see these guys one more time, because the show that you're talking about Tyson put on has got the streets going crazy. But again, when I watch Lima, they do not beat Lima without Bryce going off. Bryce dominated that game from start to finish. I didn't
But I
see a
mean,
lot
like you
from
just
Tyson.
said, Tyson had 28, but Curry had 24. So
24.
so it's
Mhm.
like, I mean, you gotta have an argument just off that alone. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Really,
So,
who's really better between the two? Um, so I don't know, but it sounds like they played a great. If they beat Lakota, that Indiana team was top notch. Because, like I said, man, I've seen these guys up close and personal. They are as about as legit as it's going to get, and equally as I'm impressed with the players, I got to go with the coaching. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Um, Alter lost to Upper Arlington. We talked about that a little bit. I'm dying to see what Alter does in the playoffs, simply because they have a great team overall. Alter's got the legacy of going deep into the playoffs. They just went to the state a couple years back, and they got probably. I mean, I don't know if
they
I'm going to
won
put.
it.
Oh, they won it 2 years ago? No
Shit, I
way.
want to say I think they won it last year.
No way.
Bro, Alter won state.
No, man.
Greer was there.
Come on, man.
All right.
No way, man. Hold on real quick, man. We gotta fact check this one, man. State wins in basketball 2024. How the hell they do that?
Greer, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they won the state last year in D2. They beat Maysville. Oh wow. Gee whiz.
Yeah, my boy.
And then the girls won it in 22. So man, like I said, I saw Alter play this past year against Trotwood, who's also another former state title winner. It was a great game. Alter has everything. Now, I was going to say something about their freshman. I think this freshman is about as good as it's going to get. The only guard I would probably say that was better than him as a freshman that I've seen in recent years is my guy up in Cleveland, Ziegler. And that's because, I don't know if Piegler has the same explosive athletic ability as Ziegler, but Piegler's as good as it's going to get as a freshman. He's averaging 18 points a game. So
Ziegler taller too.
not by much, though. I think
He
Ziegler's
ain't.
about I think Piegler's about 6'1".
Damn, for real?
Yeah, let me see here. William Piegler. See here if they got him listed over here. Nah, they don't got him listed. But when I look at his profile, he's not tall. He's only about 6', 6'1". He's 6 foot. They got him listed at 6 foot. Now he's a freshman, so he's probably still growing. But they got him listed at 6 foot. They're talking about him at the Flying to the Hoops game. So he's not a super big kid, man. He's not too tall. You know what I mean? But
Well, you said his
again,
IQ probably make up for that.
oh no, he's got everything. He's got the IQ. He's got the skills. He plays like somebody that's been here before. You know what I mean? Like he could probably go play Division I basketball right now. Dylan Ziegler is taller at 6'2", but most impressively about Dylan Ziegler is he's probably got the same bounce as Willie Foster. He's got a similar type of bounce. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
Yeah, he's very, very, very explosive. Now that's the difference.
Speaking of Ziegler, Lutheran Nice, Garfield Heights next Saturday, my boy.
What you gonna do, man? Oh, hey, your man Johnson went crazy the other night on somebody.
Man, listen, bruh.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you down to ride, man, but I might have to make that trip up that way,
So I
bruh.
told you what I think, though, right? I told you guys the other day because I think Render had Tyson as the best player in the state, and I went with the guy from Garfield. I went with Johnson. I'm still standing on that to this day, but I really like the Ziegler kid's game. He's next in line, in my opinion. Let's transition, man. Let's get out of basketball just for a hot second. I know it's the season, but there was a big transfer that took place from your favorite school, Wayne. What, Smitty, maybe give us a little insight on that. I know you got a few sources that are very close to the situation with Brown. What the transfer? Where's he going? Why? What's happening, man?
So, if I'm pretty sure y'all done seen by now, Jameer Brown, the number one player in what is it, the 27 um,
He's 27.
football class, transferring from Wayne to Big Walnut in Columbus, I want to say. From what I'm hearing, man, that's his 7-on-7 teams coach. Uh, I heard they actually run a Fairmont offense, so it was kind of
Interesting.
a lot of things kind of puzzled me. It was kind of like a hair scratcher, and it was the transfer alone. It's like you already kind of got like you're already set. You got the NIL bag. You going to O State, like you, you coming back. You got one of the best up and coming quarterbacks. He'll be a junior next year, Kai.
Mhm.
You got this would be your second year of chemistry with him, so it's kind of like, I mean, for what? Now, I want to say I think Big Walnut went deep in the playoffs, but
So did
shit, y'all,
Wayne.
the 2 years, y'all should be in the state
Yep.
last 2 years.
Wayne is Elite Eight
So
last 2 years, correct?
I mean, yeah, it should be in the state Final
Yeah.
Four. I mean, we
Right.
being real. So
Mhm.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Even if you chasing the ring, because I mean you're right there. You was right there with them. So yeah, that's, I mean, that's all I got. Granted, like I said, I wish nothing but the best for him. Definitely hats off to the NIL deal as well. Making that a thing in Ohio. But yeah, I don't know, bro. like I,
Mhm.
like you know what I'm saying. I don't. It just don't make sense to me. Like I said, you got the NIL bag. You already going to school. You already committing. At this point, you just got to sign your name on the dotted line. I mean, there's nothing that's going to take that O State offer off the table for you. So
Oh, not to mention he's probably an All-American track runner.
so it's kind of like, I mean, I didn't even think about that neither. So
You
it's like,
forget that he
yeah,
doesn't even have to play football.
right,
He can
right.
literally go to Florida State, Florida, Georgia, Miami, any school he wants to in the country, Oregon, and be a sprinter.
So
LSU, it doesn't matter.
no, that's a fact. I don't know when that taking place, like when he's actually transferred or anything like that. But yeah, it's on and popping. He's up out of there. He's up out of there.
I'll tell you, man. You know, this kid he has to have a plan. I imagine he knows obviously more than we do, and he has his reasons. I think what is concerning to me, because I had heard rumors, and I don't want to be the rumor guy. You know what I mean? This is a rumor that we heard. Obviously, it's not true, but somebody had said he might consider going to maybe Anderson or something. And if I'm lying, please don't condemn me. I don't know. I just hear these things, and I'm saying it for the fourth time. It's a rumor, but that would have made a lot of sense to me to go to a team like that if you're going to transfer. I do think if you're transferring to a Big Walnut, now again, I didn't get to see Big Walnut this past year, right? We saw a lot of action in football, but we didn't get to cross that path. And if you're telling me that they're like a Fairmont football who's very heavy on the run, it is kind of confusing. But at the same time, as you said, this guy is an All-American football player, signed to Ohio State, NIL deal. He's one of the fastest players in the entire country, track star, 100-meter record holder, 200-meter record holder. Who are we to ask why he would do anything at this point? Clearly, this man has something figured
No,
out.
for sure.
So respect to him. Hate to lose the guy to the GWOC. I enjoy watching him every single year, but at the same time, I would like more details to know why to make the move when, you have the world at your fingertips already.
No, that's basically my whole thing in the question is, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you already got the Bentley.
Right.
I'm saying they already gave you the keys to the Bentley, so
Yeah. You already him.
we'll see. Hats off to him, salute, and
Good luck to the
nothing
guy, man.
but wish you nothing but the best, bro.
As an Ohio State fan, very, very, very excited to see him at the next level. Relax, man. Relax, man. Relax. All right, man.
Oh yeah, man! Big shout out to my boy, man, Lil AC, man, going to Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State.
Oh, man. Here you go, man. I'm
And
about to hit the
another shout out
hey,
to
I'm editing this part.
my man's Deshaun Martin going to Virginia as
Oh,
well.
man. Oh, man. Deshaun. Yes,
Springfield Cats,
sir,
man, doing big
man.
things, man. So salute to y'all,
Let me
man, and
see. Let me see.
keep putting the field on the map, man.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Can I
Lil
get it?
Ant Brown, Tulane. Congrats on the playoff. Yes, sir. Ah, look at him. Ah! Yeah, you feel me? So yeah, man. Salute to all the Springfield Cats, man. You feel me?
Yes,
Ant
sir.
Brown, college playoffs, Tulane. Yeah, man. Salute to y'all boys, man. We definitely proud of you guys and keep setting that example for them kids in Springfield, man.
Springfield football, man. Special, special place. Special.
For
Okay,
sure.
Smith. Signing off, man. Until next time, stay tuned. Lots of good content coming out this week from my ladies.
We
Yes,
got
your
y'all.
turn. It's
We
y'all's
got
time.
y'all.
It's y'all's
Got y'all.
time. Yes, sir. Smiz, holla at you, man.
You already
Four
know.
Quarters Podcast, we out.
Gone.